So it looks like Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira might be the next fight to make, possibly at UFC 300. Who knows? It really seems like Alex Pereira is going to be at UFC 300, but you know, that card's kind of turning into a little bit of a rough go. We're going to talk about whether or not Magomed Ankalaev can beat Alex Pereira, and I'd love to know what you guys think about it afterwards in the comment section. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. We're going to talk about that in just a second. I just have to apologize for the way I am positioned right now because my dog is laying right on my chair and I don't want to wake her up. She's being very, very calm right now. So I'm gonna leave it that way, and I'm going to be kind of looking at you from the dream angle, you know? But anyways, when it comes to Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira, of course, you would think that Magomed Ankalaev could absolutely expose, well, I don't want to say expose, but could be very dominant in a fight with Alex Pereira on the ground. But something that's very important to note is Magomed Ankalaev recently just came out with a statement regarding a matchup with Alex Pereira. He said, actually, and the message was to Glover, and I'm paraphrasing, of course. He said that, hey, Glover, I wouldn't train Alex Pereira on ground defense. Don't worry about it because I'm going to stand up and strike with him. That's crazy. You have this huge advantage on the ground. That being your wrestling, something Alex Pereira he's been held on the ground before, but he's done a very good job with the defense. But for someone with the strength that Magomed Ankalaev has, I would imagine if he were to take Alex Pereira down, he'd be able to keep him there, hold him there, and beat him up. Plus, Alex Pereira is aging. Maybe over the course of 5 rounds, who knows if he could keep up with the wrestling pressure. I would imagine that he would train as hard as he can with Glover Teixeira, right? He's fantastic. He's a fantastic fighter, but Magomed is saying that he's not going to use his one strength. If they were matching up and saying that, okay, I'm going to take him down or I'm going to fight how I normally fight, then I'd be like, okay, Magomed could win the fight. I think I would still lean towards Alex Pereira, but assuming that Magomed will stand up, and Magomed has fallen in love with his striking a little bit. Look at with Johnny Walker. We've seen this problem with so many fighters where they get so confident after a couple knockouts. And I don't mean to say like you shouldn't dive in your stand-up, right? But why shut that door? Why shut that door? I'm sure if it really came to it, he would shoot a takedown if he needed to in the fight, but you have a guy who's a 2-weight division champion in the UFC, has accomplished so much in kickboxing, was the guy to beat Yuri Prochazka, and was the guy to dethrone Israel Adesanya. Why would the game plan be to strike with him when you have such a strength in wrestling? So when it comes to can Magomed Ankalaev beat Alex Pereira, I think he absolutely can if he were to stick with the wrestling game, or at least open the door for that, make Alex Pereira worry a little bit, at least like have a couple feints, shoot for the takedown maybe once or twice, make him worry about it. But if you're going to go there and strike, I wouldn't like the way he was striking just against Johnny Walker, somebody with such a huge reach advantage too. He was going in there and he wasn't doing much. He ended up catching him, and that could happen to Alex Pereira. We've seen him get chinned, but it might have been because of the weight cut. Maybe, right? Magomed does possess some power, but I can imagine if they're standing there, Magomed being at the slow pace that he fights, Pereira chopping his legs down hard, and we know Magomed has a little bit of a problem with that. He did a very good job checking kicks against Johnny Walker, but Alex Pereira throws a different kind of leg kick. They're sneaky. They're not as telegraphed. And he has hands behind that, knees behind it. Alex is such a menacing figure in there. I don't think that Magomed Ankalaev would have the pressure needed, the speed needed, or the technique needed to beat Alex Pereira in a stand-up fight. I really don't believe that. And over the course of 5 rounds, I think it's very likely that Alex Pereira does catch him. And we've never really seen any shots sting him too bad, but Alex Pereira hits at a different level. So guys, I want to know what you think though. I want to know what you think. There's 2 parts to this, because if Magomed Ankalaev wrestles, he can win the fight. If he goes in there with the game plan to strike, I think he will absolutely lose regardless. I would pick against him, but I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section about my assessment. How would you see this hypothetical matchup going? What card do you think this will be on? Do you think it's going to be on UFC 300? Or do you think they'll do Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill? It's still a little bit up in the air, but I'd love to know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. On the screen right now, if you'd like to continue watching the channel, check out this video. It's a tier list ranking all of my favorite moments in UFC history. Check it out, guys. I will see you either there or in the next video. Take care.